r/AskReddit, what is something people underestimate the danger of? A brief moment of distraction while driving. Being a passenger in a car and watching how many cars go by with a distracted driver is terrifying. Please put your phones down, people. Pools. Kids drown more often than anyone is aware. Also, head injuries from diving in too shallow. Also, the occasional teenager who jumps off the roof or from a tree and misses. Edit. This is an article discussing the story of an actress who was saved from a permanent spinal injury after diving into a pool. She was lucky an EMT was there. However, it may be good information for us laymen too. Link. Drowning is the leading cause of death in the US for kids between 1 to 4 years old. Putting your feet on the dashboard while riding in the passenger seat. Anyone who's seen Death Proof knows. Specifically, link. Fastest way to merge your femurs with your shoulders. So my mom was right? Dang it. Alcohol. The water/currents at the beach are underestimated far too often. People have no idea how dangerous alcohol withdrawal is. Seizures, DTs, and not to mention Wernicke's and Korsakoff's. People die from this. Lots of hospital admissions for it. All sorts of heart arrhythmias and electrolyte issues too, very dangerous stuff that the average person has no clue about. It's so easy to acquire too. It's everywhere. The scary thing about it that I realized as I got into my 30s is that everyone has their limit with drinking, and it's hard to tell where that limit is. We constantly underestimate the risks of inaction. Outside of the chronically impulsive, most of us look back on past mistakes and wish we took action sooner. Doing nothing for extended periods of time leads us to the worst possible outcome. I honestly find being a bystander as one of the worst sins we make in society. Floodwaters. Oh look. A raging river. Let's go stand on the bridge. Also drives me insane that every single hurricane the news networks send their reporters to the coast. They'll keep doing it until one of them gets washed out to sea by a rogue wave or gets impaled by a "no dogs allowed" sign. Look at all these cars stuck in water up to their windows. I better drive around them so I won't get stuck too. Deleted. Probably car deaths. It's very low but still one of the biggest causes of preventable deaths. That's why I'm way more afraid of driving than flying. It kinda sucks because I have no choice but to drive everywhere most of the time. I plucked a young girl out of a rip current as lifeguards were going in to rescue her father and younger brother. Watching that family almost die on an otherwise lovely day at the beach kinda traumatized me. I carry a throwable rescue rope/bag when I go to or out on any water now. It's one of the biggest causes of teen death in my area. It's especially shocking for me to see how many people still don't wear seat belts. So many deaths and injuries could be avoided just by always wearing a seat belt. It doesn't even take 2 seconds to put in on, so there is no excuse. Dehydration. I feel like too many people don't realize how easily it can kill you if you're not paying attention. I did some construction with kids who brushed off the fact that we were in a desert and they needed to be drinking water constantly. We ended up with like 1/3 of us in the ER at one point or another on that trip. Chaperones too. Fighting. I cringe every time I see some dummies fighting on concrete. All it takes is one bad fall, and either you're dead/permanently disabled or you're headed to prison. Using objects like stools or tables to reach things instead of ladders. Carrot. That sign can't stop me because I'm too short to see it. This shelf looks like a ladder, good enough. Bears. For many reasons too, either people think they're cuddly, or they severely underestimate how the bear is essentially the pinnacle of apex predators. You can't climb, hide, run or fight your way past one. Correct, you have to entice them with a picnic basket. Household cleaning chemicals. Mix the wrong ones together and you have big issues. Candles. A candle that is unwatched depending on the size of the container and how long it's been burning, can spontaneously ignite the entire wax base below the wick, or have the lid wick fall off and light the base for pillar candles. It will shatter the candle glass, and most fires involving candles start this way. Link. Many moons ago when I was a child, I had a candle burning on my computer stand, for maybe 2 hours, when it exploded. Luckily none got on me or any of the computer, but the desk had battle wounds. Childbirth. I was pretty sick my entire pregnancy. Rh factor issues, anemia, other vitamin and mineral losses, kidney issues. At one point it felt like my preborn son was trying to kill me. I was always so sick. I was on so many meds and getting tests non-stop. I love my son, never doubt that, but I never want to be pregnant again. Not taking antibiotics as prescribed. A lot of idiots will stop taking them when they feel better. This ensures that the bacteria that are somewhat resistant to antibiotics will survive, and that's a major reason we have antibiotic-resistant diseases. And all the people who take antibiotics for non-bacterial infections. I know people who take antibiotics when they get a cold or anything viral. They think it's harmless and helps. Beyond the overuse helping to create superbacteria, it can also lead to digestion and kidney issues. Untreated mental illness. Horses and cows, one kick in the right spot and you're dead, and cows can swing their head with enough force to kill you. Farmers often die by accidentally getting between a cow and a wall, the cow shift position, no harm intended, and the farmer is crushed. Blizzards. Which ones should we not mix? Domesticated animals. They're still animals, and things happen. I have 2 friends that have severely injured, like surgery and dislocation, themselves by tripping over their dog who I'm sure was smiling up at them. Electricity, the jolt that runs your lamp can kill you. Social media and specifically short videos designed to lower your attention span. Garage door springs. I'll try to fix anything, but those are really dangerous. Some folks were confused when a 14-foot high door jumped the track a bit at work, and I refused to let anyone near it. The tension in that spring is insane. Came here to say this. Last year had to replace mine. Didn't want to pay someone to do a job I know how to do, in theory, but know enough to not want to mess with the springs. Getting drunk. I'm not advocating for total sobriety, people have the free will to do what they want. But the total lack of control and inhibition when people get drunk is scary and eye-opening when you look at it from a sober mind. Running water. Rivers, creeks, floods. Rivers and such hold so much weight and energy it's hard to imagine, until you are swept away, sucked down, pinned, etc. Using disinfectant in humidifier will cause lung injuries and even deaths. It is also dangerous if you accidentally mix bleach with alcohol. Texting and driving. Sleep deprivation. Falling. Very true, even a short fall can seriously disable or kill you if you fall the wrong way. Escalators. Link. This needs a higher rating. Driving. 42,000 people die every year in automobile accidents. It's a drop in the bucket compared to how many people drive, but that is the equivalent of 747 airplanes crashing every month. Using their phone while driving causes more accidents and deaths than drunk driving, yet everyone still does it and acts like it's not a big deal. Historical times. It is interesting to learn them, but it is not fucking funny to live in them. Office chairs. The cheap ones literally explode if you sit on them too hard. At my old job, the rolling chairs they invested in had a button that I guess was supposed to tilt the chair forward, but for some reason in some of the chairs this was more like an eject button. It sent one of my co-workers, not a small lady, either, flying across the nurse's station causing injury. Motorcycles. And then you get the people who brag about how little sleep they got. The fucking ocean man. The biggest lie the military-industrial complex told was that sleep deprivation was not considered torture. In high school I didn't sleep for a single night to get something done. Jesus Christ, it fucked me up for the week trying to sleep properly. Just felt so weak and had a lack of energy. Hello everyone. Thanks for sticking to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to humbly ask you to subscribe to the channel. According to my statistics, 100% of my viewers in the past 28 days are not subscribed. I have always wanted this channel to reach 1,000 subscribers, and if you want to support and be a part of that, subscribe. It's free and it's an awesome way to support the channel. Thanks again, Reddit glitch out.